I am once again a bit crowded in this closet. So many clothes. So many clothes. I'm going to be pausing cuz I think I hear something a lot. Just bear with me. All right. So I have like 5 clothes hangers in here that I'm not using yet. They're taking up space, so we have this skirt here to just get in our way. Maybe I can. Oh, my neck. Maybe I can. There we go. Move this extra closer. I'm just gonna put them there on the ground. Okay. So, still a bit crowded in here. There's something I was gonna say. There was something. But I don't know. Okay. Less crowded in here. Hey, chat. It's 10. I took my watch off. It's 10 something p.m. right now as of recording this. Holy. There's no room in here! As of recording this. It's Wednesday. Like I said, it's like the 28th or something of May. I'm a high school senior and I'm graduating next week. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. I feel like this is a stage in my life where I be on the stage and I start peeing because I'm nervous because I'm on the stage in front of everybody. I'm about to leave the high school and go join the adult world. Do I look like an adult to you? I am quite small. I'm not what you would. Anyway, okay. What I'm gonna say is my life has changed. I'm like still nervous. Okay. So, like I said, I'm about to graduate in like 9 days. I'm going to college this fall. I'm gonna try and get some scholarships because I don't actually have a bunch of those all planned out. So I'll get that figured out. I'm going to school. I'm going to school for music, which is something that I enjoy. I think listening to music. I think I haven't done a lot of making music, but I've done my share of listening to music. You should see, the amount of minutes I have on my Spotify Wrapped or whatever. It's like 10,000. I don't know like what that is like in comparison to everybody else. But I got my but I like music. This little thing is making my nose itchy. I like music. I love listening to music. I think my biggest real life idol is a musician. And the music that I listen to, my taste, everything, in fact, that is what you would call the sphere of my taste, everything that I really like, that I'm into. It's so important to me. And it's my whole identity. And in fact, I don't even know who I am if I can't point to the things that inspire me and the things that I love, the things that I've loved since childhood, and the things that make me me. You know what I mean? The things that remind me of kind of who my sense of self is, what my sense of self is. 'Cause, like, without those things, I'm just an awkward high schooler. Like, I'm in class or something, and I'm in passing period, I'm talking to someone that I like, that I'm, like, want to be friends with, and I'm just, like, I am killing it. Like, with a shovel. The conversation is, like, and I'm, like, trying my best. I actually can't shout right now, but, okay, so, what other people perceive me as, because they're not affected by the biases that I have about the things that I like, is a lot different from how I see myself and how I see the world, because my boyfriend, cool guy, he asked me the first few days that we got together, he was like, what is it like living in your life? Like, what is it like living like you? And I'm like, oh boy, I've been waiting for someone to ask me that for like 3 years. because I think freshman, like, the end of freshman year is when I found out that life is actually really cool, because I got therapy, and because I broke up with this person who was really doing me dirty. So after that, I realized, oh my god, wait, my life can actually be awesome, and I can, like, actually, like, enjoy this. And so, since then, my spark, my joy for life, everything that I love has just, like, come into focus, and it's been such a driving force to me. It's like, every time something kind of bad happens, I'm like, okay, but this, just, like, this feeling of just, like, you're you, that pushes me forward. Just knowing that I'm myself, and that I, like, trust myself, because I like what I like, and when I get excited about the things that I like, it's like, dude, I love that too. But it's like, bro, that's a mirror. So it's like, it's a driving force to me that I'm me, and I can just be me, and no one else will. I don't know. It's like a me thing. Okay, but when he asked me that, what's it like to live like you? I was like, cause like it's so hard to describe to someone that isn't you. You know what I mean? So it's like, to everyone else, I'm pretty average, and that gets me down sometimes. I'm like, dang, no one understands. But it's like, I could say, like, no one understands, or I could say, no one understands. You know what I mean? So even if I'm not that articulate with words, I have a lot of words up here, and maybe that's what counts, because eventually, as I grow up, I'm in a very awkward stage of my life, and maybe I won't get less awkward, but I'm hoping that I do. I'm hoping that I become, with my further education, I'm hoping I become more articulate with my words, and I can let people say all the cool ideas that I have. I have to stop shouting. Silenced. Anyway. So, I guess this is kind of what I want to talk about. Just, like, high school, and, like, school in general, like, middle school, where it happened. Middle school, when it all started. Middle school. Tell me I'm not the only one that middle school, like, excuse me, that I got fucked up by middle school. Like, middle school, the way that I was treated, and the way that my friends treated me, framed everything. And you know what else frames everything? Every other day of my life. Today, right now, this staying up late, making a habit of staying up late, because it's 10, right? And it's not that late, but, like, this, me shouting at you is not gonna de-escalate before it's actually bedtime. Before it's actually snark me time for me. Cooked? Yes, this was my decision. So, I'm living with that. And you know what? I wouldn't be able to live with that if I was in an earlier stage of my life. I've learned to just, like, okay, I've learned to see things less black and white. It's not like, it's not bad that I did this. It's not good that I did this. It's like, you made this decision, and it's gonna have this outcome, and this outcome, and this outcome. I wonder how many times you've heard your therapist say that. I made the decision to stay up late and talk to my phone because I had something to say, and that leads to me probably waking up in a bit of a rush tomorrow morning, and also just my brain not developing as good as it should, which always makes me feel guilty about staying up late, because, like, I really need my brain to be okay for the rest of my life. And if I don't get enough sleep, my little brain won't develop correctly, because that's what they taught me in psychology class. That was a really cool class. I'm taking sociology now. That's pretty good. And I'm in my last few days doing my last project, and I'm burnt out. Okay, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Okay. Don't lose it! It was a funny segue, but don't lose it. I'm sorry. School. Middle school. Why did I make the joke? What did I make the joke off of? Oh, yeah, okay. So it leads to the outcome of, you know, those negative things. But also, I made a video, and I'm gonna post it because I feel like it's not a waste of time. I feel like it's like, if someone out there, like, relates to what I'm saying, that's good enough for me. That's That's what I'm saying. Okay, if I start making music like how I want to, like how my idol does, and I get out there and I post something and it's like, dung, it's like, what was that? What is this rambunctious beat, but not in a good way? I'm kidding. If I post my music, somehow if I start making good music and I send it out there and someone hears those lyrics and derives something really important to them from them, my job is done. I just need someone to feel like they are understood. Because I know I'm not the only one to think these things and feel these things. I know it for a fact. I am far from the only one. There are tons of people out there like me who don't want to go put themselves out there because, oh my god, what if this terrible thing happens to me or something? And it's like, there's this thing called deleting the app. If people start harassing you, just delete the app, bro. Just delete the app. Go outside. I love going outside, man. I'll get to that. So anyway, so I've started seeing less in black and white, and it's like, I learned that, and I don't think that's ever gonna leave me. There are some things that will leave, and some things that have left me, some things that have changed about my mindset just because of the way that I am alive, and aspects of being alive changes, like the people I hang out with, and what I do, what I choose to do, what I choose to not do. I've gone from being a loser to being domesticated to having someone like domesticate my transgenderness, and then being like, oh, being a girl's okay, and then I was like, oh no, I was just conforming. Fuck conforming. You can't catch me doing that shit. Never. So, anyway, as I was saying, I've gone from that to like where I am now, where I'm like, dude, I'm gender fluid. I've been saying that. I've been telling people that for a long time. No one cares, bro. No one cares. No one, like, I don't know. I've gone through those phases, but so that has changed. Some other stuff has changed, the way I think. Like, if I allow myself to overthink a lot, and if I allow, like, intrusive thoughts to really get to me, that's changed. But it's not linear. I don't feel like it is, because I've gone from having those anxious thoughts rule my mind, and I was not in a good place, as we all have been and will be. Like, from that to, like, okay, what is this? This is nice. Took a long time to get the momentum going. Took like a year for me to be like, okay, I see how this feels now, to feel alright. And so I went from that to up. And then, bro, I was up here. And I was so motivated. And I was getting so much shit done. And maybe it wasn't so much shit. My classes are really easy. I probably should have taken, like, theory and knowledge or something. I should have taken harder classes, man. But anyway, so I got really up here in the motivation. And I felt really, I felt good about myself, and I was like, dude, I'm free. And then, my birthday, like, a couple years ago, I was out on the lake, and, it was when, Across the Spider-Verse first came out, and, everyone was just so obsessed with it, and I was too, rightfully. I dropped my phone in the lake. And I lost it. I did not find it. Gone. I was like, oh no, my phone. It sucks. And then like a week later, I was like, and everything felt so much better. Like, I thought I was doing great. I was doing great. The phone left my life. Instant, like, just being alive was just joy. And I haven't got there since, because I still have this fucking thing. This is a message to everyone watching this. Break your your computer's break. Break your phone with a hammer. Smash it with a hammer. Melt it until it's nothing. I don't want to hear it. Just do it. Like, because you just need to rip it off, bro. Because, like, you're not going to want to. And then, like, the first few days, you'll be like, oh, that's a... Like, if you turn it off and then put it in your closet, some people, after a few days, you'll be like, dude, this freaking sucks. I need that thing. So you get it out again. No, smash it with a hammer. Put it on the ground, put a chair on it, sit on the chair. Like, destroy it. Because there are so many reasons why that I can't accurately explain to you. But, like, just not being addicted to that stupid thing. My dopamine went from, like, down here, you know, it goes like this, and then it just constantly just up here. And then I fucking got addicted to my phone again, because I had another device in my house, and I was like, fuck! Because, like, how do I get that back? You know what I mean? Because they're everywhere! So, anyway. So, I had that high, and then I had a, you know, homophobic boyfriend. Do not recommend. So that was like and then I had these minds. No shade to him. He's cool. He's probably not watching this because he's busy. Okay, sorry. I just had to like telekinesis stare him down a little bit. I can't throw shade. Okay. Oh yeah, so he trained me to like conform and like not like be who I am, and I couldn't like show any of the weirdness that is like a part of just like who I am naturally. And I thought that it went away, and I was like, oh boy, I'm normal now. Never. If you're not normal, never try to be normal. That just sucks. It's so boring, and it's literally like taking all the joy that you could get out of your life and just taking it away and just watching stupid fucking slot videos on YouTube. Don't be normal. Being normal sucks. Be weird and scare people. Good. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, so, you know, my mindset was down here, and I thought that all those things from the past, all my weirdness almost all that had kind of gone away, and then broke up with him. And then, like, all my weirdness came back, and I also felt so much better after that, too, because, like, I realized that I hated myself, and then after I didn't have to deal with that no more, I realized that I actually love myself. I'm actually really valuable. And I just couldn't, like, swallow that fact. So, freedom, and then my weirdness has started to come back. And I feel like, you know, my old self, long gone, I won't ever be her again. But I got this here now, and this is kind of funny. So it's like coming back, and my old like anxiousness and depression is coming back too. And it's like, okay, so healing isn't linear. Healing is a journey that never ends. Which isn't a bad thing. It's a journey. Life is a journey. To quote our Lord and Savior Slayer from Guilty Gear and his theme song from Guilty Gear Strive, Ups and Downs. He says you gotta enjoy the ride. I haven't listened to the song in a while. It's so good. But he's like, you gotta enjoy the ride. Life is a journey, not a destination. There will be no destination. When you're about to die, you'll still be like, man, I'm bored. What should I do today? Like, there's no, like, it's just gonna keep going, bruh. So you just gotta, like, you gotta put you gotta put today into perspective, your whole life. What kind of collage do you want to make? Because you want to put every emotion in there, every good day, every bad day. You want to have those all in there. So you gotta think, what do I want my collage to look like? Because if you have too many happy days, then you'll crash out, and you'll, like I did, you crash and burn, crash out, burn out. Same thing for me. Whenever I burn out, I just start crashing out to my English teacher, bruh. Anyway, so you don't want to have too many sad days either, because, you know, being sad is fine. Being sad feels good, but, like, after, like, a while, it's like, okay, let's move on. And that to quote another cool guy that I found here on YouTube, moving on isn't something that you do. It's something that happens. So it's really hard not to, but don't shame yourself and don't say, we have to move on, don't, like, in an aggressive way. Like, don't be like, when you realize your mistakes, I did this, like, you realize your mistakes, it's like, it doesn't do you anything, so stop doing it. Telling yourself to stop, it is not gonna work. When your hand touches, I really like this analogy. When your hand grabs hot coals, you don't go, this burns, I should probably let go of it. No, you just let go on your own. You don't, like, grab them and be like, yeah, these are kind of hot, I guess it's time to let go. It's like, you touch it, and your hand goes, let the fuck out, and the coals fall on the ground. It just happens, bruh. When it's too much, when it's time for it to go, it'll go. And it's hard to believe, but time is like an ocean. It's so hard to comprehend. It's not a line, it's not a stream, it's not a river. It's an ocean. Everything's happening at once. All of your past is happening to you at once right now, because how else would you be alive if you hadn't lived every day up until now? You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily mean live like you lived it to the fullest. Just being alive, like, that you're alive. You've lived for this long. So now all of your past cool, awesome parts, and all of the parts that are sad, but, like, still cool and awesome because they helped you grow, are gonna come together. And then you're now, in your present, you're really cool. Just like me. My apologies for my outburst. So, actually, I'm gonna do it again. So, yeah, so, like, nothing matters, but, like, in, like, I don't know. It's, like, nothing's that serious, I guess I should say. Like, just chill out, bro. Like, I've been chilled the fuck out, and it was hard. Because for the longest time, I said I was so motivated. And I was so proud of myself because, I was strong. I was actually pretty good at, like, everything that I did. Well, I was good at, like, my mindset. Like, I was, like, on the grind. But in, like, I don't know. I was motivated. And I was doing stuff that was really good for me. And I had a really good mindset at some points. But, of course, it doesn't last forever. And it would corrode and it would go back up. And it was a cycle. It's like everything is like a... Life and death is a cycle. Your life is just one really long half of the cycle. So, like, existence is, I think, something to be celebrated. Just because, like, why would you skip out on, like, the joy that you could feel when you celebrate being alive and celebrate death? Because important too. What was I talking about? Every time I do this, I jinx myself. Oh, okay, yeah. So I was all on top of it, right? And I've been on top of it for a couple years. Because, like, when I locked in, when I was really sad freshman year, just because you get really sad, I locked in because I learned how to cope. And I learned really good coping strategies. And I learned how to best take care of myself. I learned how I work. I learned how to, like, journal in a way and to do things in a way that will make sense. And I'm still learning a lot about myself because I'm really young, but I had it all figured out, and I didn't need to rest, really. Like, I'd be sad, and then I'd be like, come on, man, don't be sad. And I'd be like, you're right. And then I just, like, get up, which hurt a lot of people, actually, in my life, because I'm really bad at giving comfort. Because the comfort that genuinely works really good for me is just like, get up, maggot! And it's like, I love that. But, like, all of my friends were like, hey, man, I'm just sort of like, come on, man, you do it. You're still alive. Don't worry. Don't give up. And they're like, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense now. Like, I realized that, like, okay, that actually didn't help you at all. And that's, like, people view it as, like, toxic positivity, which for others, if you tell someone to just, like, come on, just get back up, it's okay, and they're like, my mom died, and you're like, just keep, it's like, It don't work. It does not work for other people. So you just like, so I finally resigned recently. I was like, okay, I gotta stop giving people advice because it is not working. So, you know, I had that mindset. And then recently, like a couple months ago, so I'm a senior. I've been doing this since sophomore year, freshman year. I'm just gonna say late freshman year. So exactly 4 years, because it's like the end of senior year for me. So I've been on this for a while, and it's been awesome, and I've been really enjoying my life, actually, because it's like, I don't know, I feel so like self-assured, and just like knowing that I can just enjoy things. And it's really hard to describe, but there's just like a fullness of like hope. That's what it is. Hope. Fullness of hope. I was just full of this stuff. Brimming. Everyone kind of hated it, actually. Honestly, that is a bad thing, because the people that kind of like looked at me weird for it, this one person in particular, bless your heart, girl. You do not deserve what I did. But here's another thing about what I just said. You deserve people fixing themselves to be better for you. I saw a quote recently. I was like, you don't deserve me, but like, do I not deserve you fixing yourself for me? It's like, I guess, yeah. So she deserved me being a better friend to her, but man, it was just not working out between us. Like, I think about her, actually, still, a lot, and I'm like, she's so cool. Like, I would, like, do something, I'm like, dude, she would laugh at that, what the hell, but I know, like, it wouldn't work, you know, it just, I would hate it, and she would hate it, too. She would be like, I can't deal with you. I'm like, yeah, I understand. So that's an interesting little that happens. And now I'm locked out. I was locked in, and I cannot get back in. I was up here. Explosion. Oh, that's okay. How many of you here have heard this saying that's like, oh, that's Gore, my comfort character? Very funny. I say it all the time. Oh, that's Gore, my comfort character. I said that when I broke up with when me and like the man of my dreams I thought like broke up. I was like, oh, that's my worst nightmare, and it's like it was a little chuckle, and that was like the big moment for me, because it was like, and then I felt really good, and then afterwards I was like, oh, like wait, I actually don't have the same like. It's actually kind of hard now, so. I guess it was a little bit later, because for a while I was like, dude, everything is great. Like, for a while I had like a big rebound, and I was like, awesome. And I had really cool outfits every day, you know. And this dude, my boyfriend, my current boyfriend, he pointed out, like, dude, you always have like the coolest fashion. And I was like, thank you. And from that day on, I was like, I had that in mind. I was like, I gotta dress good today too. Like, I can't go back to like the sweatpants. And that was good for a while, you know. I kept doing it, and I had good creativity, and I had cool outfits. But then it was like, dude, I can't do it anymore. I need to wear sweatpants. So, and also, by the way, when I just wear casual clothes, sometimes it turns out cool, because I wear something that just makes it, like, kablooey out of, like, it goes from 0 to 10. Well, not 0. It goes from, like, 5 to 10 with, like, one thing. Like, kablooey! So that's good. So, but anyway, what I've been trying to say for the last, like, 20 minutes. I burnt out. When I was locked in, when I was motivated, like Virgil from Devil May Cry, to quote my favorite video on YouTube, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition is the coolest game ever made. Anyway. So, it was an opening line to my favorite video on the entire website. So I was motivated. And when I heard people say, I got burnt out, I was like, grow up! But then I realized that I got sleepy. And, like, it's a real thing. It just, for me, I have so much more, like, like endurance or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm too young to be saying this. Maybe I don't know yet. Maybe I don't know yet. But it happened to me, and I was like, dude, for like a month. Actually, it's been like a month and a half, because I only found this out like early this month. For like 2 months, the number's gonna keep growing. For like 2 months, I was like, why can't I keep doing this? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do, like, I was trying to do something that I normally could do, and then I was like, dunk, like a fly against the window, and I'm like, I gotta try again, dunk, doesn't work, buddy, I gotta try again, dunk, the door says pull, buddy, I can't push it, what's happening? It says pull! So, so I realized, okay, what's going on? I'm not functioning how I usually am, and naturally, the next sentence began with, that's not like you, come on, get up, we gotta keep going, you got this. And it's like, okay, yeah, so I tried to do it, doesn't work. So I finally was like, okay, maybe I need to calm down. Maybe I just need to take a rest. And then, before I could do that, I was like, oh, I'm actually scared of resting, because what if I, what if I miss out on doing something important? What if I don't get back up? I can't stop. Like, I have, like, there's something for me to tackle right now. Not literally, but there's something that I need to, like, go forward and push through, because that's what I'm so used to doing. And it's usually, for me, it's, like, emotional things over, like, homework or whatever. Just, like, crises that I will have. I'm like, okay, let's get this guy. And it's like, oh, it's not working. I'm getting anxious again and depressed, and my overthinking is getting bad, and I don't know what to do. And so I'm looking at my older, and I'm just, I'm trying to cope. I'm like, dude, I don't want to rest. I don't want to stop. I just want to keep being the strong person that I am. In short, I watched this video by this woman who, absolutely beautiful, and she did a fantastic job with conveying this idea. Magical, love it. Her name is Pearl. She's, YouTube video. I don't remember what it's called, but it was just something, like, it's okay to rest. Just stop. It's like your time to just stop. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. Because, quick backstory to build suspense. Ironically, the thing that really built me up when I first started realizing that everything is okay was Pinterest. Pinterest had a lot of motivational things. It sounds different when I say it out loud, but like, just like affirmations, just like poems that were like, oh, they're right. And I would just immediately adopt the feeling and immediately adopt the vibe that they were giving me, because it was all good stuff. The mindset, I would just don it and then I would be fine. I would be fine. And so I just believed every one of those good things that I saw, and I was a powerhouse. And then after a while, I learned, I watched someone do a Pikmin 1 speed run, and I noticed that instead of watching their Pikmin do everything, they would divide the task, so they would send a group of Pikmin to do this one thing, go off, walk around, do another thing with another group of Pikmin. Very efficient. I realized, oh, I could do that. I divert my attention. Really good idea. Good for a lot of things. So I started diverting my attention so I wouldn't put my passion into this one thing, I would, like, divert it. And that was good for a while. It's good for Pikmin, it's not good for life. I mean, just the way that I do things, it wasn't good for me, because I stopped, like, believing. End of sentence. Like, I stopped being so, applying myself so fully to everything. Every little school assignment I loved, and I just cranked it out. And I was like, yeah, And every, like, thought and every, I don't know, every thought and every interaction, every good, like, long, interaction where you have with a close friend and you're hanging out with them, I put my all into it. I divided my attention, and I stopped doing that. It was good for Pikmin. Wasn't good for, I got really good at Pikmin. I'm trying to think what else it was good for. I mean, probably a good idea. I recommend it. So I started listening to what I saw on Pinterest, the motivational things, because some of them didn't apply to me. I realized, okay, so at first it was like, I wasn't forcing them to apply to me. A lot of them did. But then, of course, as it went on a couple of years later, it was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. This is not going to work for me. It was like, okay, this actually, I started to be confused because they were conflicting with each other. And I didn't know what path I wanted to follow. I didn't know if I wanted to be, all these different personality traits. I couldn't be all of them at once, I realized. So I was confused. I decided to not pay attention to all of them. And then I just stopped paying attention to them mostly entirely because it was like, I can't handle that right now. And so I haven't been looking at anything cool and motivational that I'll see on YouTube because I think it's like, okay, it's probably not going to apply to me because there's so many out there. There's so many different people who need different things. But I saw this video. I was like, fine. Clicked on it. Ooh, it was so good. And man, it really drove home the idea. It's okay. It's okay to stop. Because I know I don't know what audience needs to hear this. I don't know if it's everybody. I don't know if it's mostly women. I know that's kind of the vibe that I get, is that it's like, women, we be fucking working so hard and being strong, and everyone around us is like, dude, you're so goated. And it's like, thank you. But I'm like, something's wrong, And I know a lot of men, I'm not a man, I don't know what they're up to. Cool guys, though. But, like, okay, what I'm trying to say is, with men, I don't know if they, like, yeah, they do. Work themselves to the bone and then be like, I can't stop. Yeah, that's exactly what am I thinking? Okay, yeah. Anyway, so, and it's scary. It's scary to just stop because you're fucking good at whatever you're doing, And then it's like, I realize that I need to slow down because I'm not functioning. I'm not doing my schoolwork. I'm not showing up to school. I show up to school, but it's so hard to get up in the morning. You hear that a lot. Waking up, knowing I have to go to school, that's like my worst feeling. When I'm emotional, and just the cherry on the top is you have to go to school tomorrow. I'm going to say something I'm going to say something, some violent threat that will get me taken down. Fuck that, bro. Going to school in the morning. Okay, anyway, but just, you feel? It's not clicking. It's not clicking. And I know I need to stop, but I can't. I also know that there's something very important about the way that I am and the drive that I have. I feel like it's very good to have that, and I've been praised for it because people think I'm emotionally intelligent because I deal with things, and I deal with things and I never blow up about it. When something big happens to me, no big deal. It's not a big deal. The energy's got to go somewhere, and I know deep down I've got to let that out. I am bulletproof. Yeah, da. But where's it going if I'm not crying, if I haven't cried in a long, long time? And I don't want to believe that I'm bottling it up because I had a problem with bottling things up, as I feel like a lot of people do. I was like, no, I let everything out now. I let my emotions free, and I let myself feel everything, and I'm really good to myself. But am I, though? if I don't allow myself to be sad, which I realize that I don't. If I'm a really happy person and everyone sees that, and I get so excited about things and I have so much energy about everything that I love and everything in the world, why should I be sad? Why should I let myself show? It's about everyone else seeing that, I think. I don't want people to see me in a bad mood, I realized. And that's hard to realize, because I think I'm being so good to myself and I'm being good at dealing with myself, but when was the last time you cried, and it's not. And then even after I realized that, it's so I should let myself be sad, but how? And it's just okay, what if I just don't? It's just so complicated, and I don't want to let the world see that I have weaknesses, and I don't want to let them see that I'm imperfect, which no one has ever seen me as perfect, so I don't know what I'm shooting for there. But so it's just my ego, and I don't know, I have such a warped perception of what's healthy, because I think that being nice to yourself is having an ego. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know, cutting myself some slack is disgraceful for some reason, and it's just, I gotta get over it somehow, and I will. I gotta somehow not be afraid to let people know that I can't do it, and so I'm not doing some things. My mom's actually, she's getting on me because I am not doing the dishes on time, and it's my responsibility. It's been my responsibility since I could use a step stool so I could reach the cabinet to put the plates away. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just can't do that shit. I get home from school, I'm like, no, I can't do it today. Just normally it's I don't want to do that today. I'm doing the double foot, the double stomp, where you jump and think, damn it. But anyway, so when I'm not doing the household chores, and when I'm making the house a mess, and when my room is a mess, which it hasn't been in a long time, mess, 2 socks are on my floor right now. Okay, but it's not. When I'm not, keeping the house clean, how are people supposed to understand why? Because when you don't do that stuff, and when you don't show up to work, no one gets it. No one understands, and no one believes you when you say, hey man, I'm just depressed. I just need a while to recuperate. But they don't get it. Naturally, they just don't get it. And how am I supposed to juggle that? My friend texted me. He has a fever. Oh, he's been sick. That's so sad. I love my friends. I'm gonna talk about that eventually. But anyway, I just don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. And I'll figure it out, man. Low battery mode. Okay, okay. I had my fun. I got my message across to everyone else who's just got out of high school and is so burnt out. I have easy classes, bro, and I'm burnt out. School, okay, yeah, that's the big thing. School is over. I've gone through, we're not talking about college right now. I've gone through school. Elementary school, middle school, hell, high school, also hell. I've made it, you've made it, we've done it. We're done. We don't have to go back. And I've done such a great job at it the last few years. I'm done, bro. I'm retiring. I get one summer, get to go to college. I'm really excited for that. But what I'm saying is I think I deserve to stop. After, when I put it into perspective of school, of like the 12 years that I've been at this. I think if I have one fucking week left of high school, I think I can just like have a nap. I think I can not do the dishes for a couple days, bro. Okay. I think that's all I want to say. I have much more to say, but that's for next time. My headache has just started because I'm yelling at you, and I'm really dehydrated, as always, and it's really hot in this closet. There's so many clothes. This skirt. It's cute. It's color-coded, by the way. So this is blue. I'm in the blue section, because the blue section's in the middle, because I have a bunch of blue stuff. This is, like, kind of blue. This is black. Maybe it's not organized, but okay, well, yeah, I gotta go to sleep. That was great. Anyway, I want to keep doing this. I gotta keep posting more. I have so much stuff to say. You will be hearing from me again. You're my best friend now.